Hi, my name's Scott Donkin. I'm from Muto, Australia. We're a Japanese-owned manufacturer of wide format and small and wide format inkjet printers. We sell eco-solvent printers and UV printers and aqueous printers for the textile market insofar as direct textile and sublimation printers. Today I'm going to talk about a couple of our models, but particularly this one to start with. This is the ValueJet 1638X. Anything with an X on it means that it now includes our Dropmaster technology. Dropmaster technology is simply described as technology that calculates the firing of the dot so you can get incredibly high resolution, sharp images when you're printing bidirectional. Now traditionally an operator would have to, when they change their media, would have to readjust their bidirectional firing so that the printer, when it's printing this way or that way, fires in the exact same spot so you don't have a double image or fuzzy edged images. This printer calculates that on the fly so that you're guaranteed a sharp image all the time. And to be honest, I can't remember the last time I adjusted bidirectional on this or set it up. It just works. So the 1638X is our flagship model. It's a dual print head, piezo print head printer, dual staggered heads, which gives it phenomenal speed, up to 36 square meters an hour at 720 DPI. We've got it configured with double CMYK inks, and the beauty of it is that each set of CMYK goes to a separate print head. And so what? It prints very fast, but should you happen to strike your media and you get some rubbish in the nozzles of one of the print heads, normally you would try and clean it out and all would be okay, but that takes you a bit of time. If you're in a hurry, or if you lose a print head through a bad strike, it's not a case of turning off the machine and waiting for the tech to turn up. What you can do is go into the control panel here and you can turn off one of the print heads, print head number 1, print head number 2, or you can turn them both on, which means that if you have one print head that's collected some rubbish by, an operator error where they've struck the media, then you turn off the single print head that's causing you a problem, and the printer will continue to print the exact same quality and color density as it's done the whole time at half the speed, because you're now running on half the heads. At least you're still running, and then you've got time for the technician to turn up without having any downtime. So this is the Muto ValueJet 1628X. It's an 8-color small format printer. It takes 24-inch rolls, and it's designed to be a desktop printer. It has feet on the bottom of it, or optionally have a stand and a take-up unit. Now, there's a few 24-inch model printers on the market. What sets this one aside is that it'll actually take a little bit bigger than a 24-inch roll. 24 inches, 610 mil. This machine will actually take up to 630 mil wide media. Now, why is that important? Normally, if you can buy 24-inch media in the media that you want, it's just 610 wide. But if you find a media that you like, that the manufacturer says, look, we don't make it in a 24-inch, then you can get something like a 1324 or a 54-inch wide media, and you can cut it, slit it into two with a little bit of excess, and then you can use the full 630 wide media capability of the printer. What sets this one aside though is that it does have heaters in it, and some manufacturers don't offer heaters inside the media. Now, a lot of people think the heater is just for drying the media, which it does, but having a heater on an eco-solvent printer is very, very important because it arrests the spreading of the ink. If you were to, on your own printer, go and turn off the heaters and try and print with an eco-solvent ink, the ink would just keep spreading and it would look like mud. So having heaters in it gives you this incredibly fine detail, and if you want to get a close-up of that, you can see that must be sized now down to about 4-point text, and it's completely readable, and that's thanks to the latest generation piezo head, but also the heaters on board, and the quality is spectacular. The printer's designed at people who are startups, so want to run from home, or small businesses, or anybody who just wants to run stickers. The beauty of it also is that you can also load the ink with silver and white ink simultaneously. So what we see here, and I'm just going to take this off, what you see here is silver silver ink mixed with the colours, and we have a library of over 500 colours that you can easily load into Illustrator, Corel, and you can mix your colours with the silver to give you a much sharper, a much more vibrant look, pearlescent type colours. So configurable with 8 colours of choices of ink, and that's the ValueJet 628X. So this is the ValueJet 1628X. Now we've just seen the 628X. It's essentially the same machine as far as print head and ink set's concerned, but it's in a 64-inch, 1625mm wide format. So you take 64-inch wide media, and it's designed as an all-round printer for print shops, either startups or print shops that just want one solution, or people who want a solution that gives them the options to do boutique type prints, even cosmetic style advertising, because the printer has the availability of metallic silver that you can mix with the other colours to give you a more pearlescent look to your final prints. Also available is white. You can configure it with just 2 white cartridges, as well as the CMYK light cyan, light magenta. It's an 8-colour printer. And you can put white underneath your colour onto clear vinyl without having to back up prints, so you can use it and set it up for backlit prints. Otherwise, similar to the one I talked about before, the 1638X, it has a big heater, so there's no need to spend more money on one of our printers to option it with the bigger printers, as some people do. And take up unit, and this runs at a respectable 14.5 square meters an hour in CMYK, and as I said, configurable with multiple sets of ink.